Okay guys, so we've got huge news. Grayscale is considering Kaspa to become its product for investments in the future, guys, alongside Bitcoin. That is beautiful. Okay, of course they've got other assets under consideration that they might gonna actually list in the future, and one of them is actually Dogecoin. But whatever, guys, you know, coming back to Kaspa, and guys, just like this guy said, this is big and it's just not about Grayscale, and that confirms other huge players knowing about Kaspa, and the awareness is the biggest piece. So guys, this potentially could be the calm before the storm, right? Not mentioning about BlackRock and all of these entities, you know, considering Kaspa to become its ETF, right? That would be huge, guys, right? But on the top of that, you know, we've got recently Toncoin listed on Kraken, and now guys, we've got Kaspa that is potentially going to be listed on Kraken very soon, and Kraken is a big exchange, so another source of liquidity is going to come into Kaspa. Guys, obviously that is yet to come, and let's have a look at last 24 hours for Kaspa. So we are sitting at 43 neutral in the market. Yesterday we were picking up the fear, if you remember, and I have found this chart for you guys on X. So Shazam on X is saying that this retreat will be an absolutely explosive, and we are ready for 50 cents. Guys, that definitely might gonna happen, because, you know, from the zoomed out perspective, this is what's basically brewing for Kaspa, right? However, I'm going to be very conservative with our public portfolio. Of course, you do whatever you want, right? Because I still have separate bag of Kaspa for a longer term that I'm planning to offload during, you know, closer to euphoria, right? But obviously euphoria isn't here yet, right? So we have purchased Kaspa yesterday at these levels roughly, right? And now our public portfolio is currently, well, $37 of healthy profits. Let's actually reload this page, and as you guys can see clearly, we are in a significant profit right now. Of course, that is not huge, it's only a couple of percent, right? But we do have to monitor this portfolio daily, guys. Now let's have a look at the BTC, okay? Because I do believe that BTC is going to dip a little bit, okay, and probably towards this level of 61k, but let me explain why, right? So liquidity, right? Let's first of all have a look at liquidity for BTC. We are going to look at BTC short term, and then we are going to check out Kaspa short term. Coming back to liquidity on a daily, guys, right? So as you can clearly see, everybody is longing BTC at the moment, right? Red color, there you go. So we've got around 952 million USD only on Binance, right? But if I'm going to go to all of the exchanges, you can clearly see that we've got 2.9 billion USD that most likely is going to be flashed. Okay, so let's have a look at the heat map. All right, so let's maybe click on, let's say, Binance, and we've got 24 hours. So you can clearly see that liquidity is in this area, well, only on Binance, right? Of course, we've got these levels as well, but you know, the huge level is in here, guys. So I do believe that the price is going to go towards this direction for BTC, and let's actually go back to BTC, right? So what can potentially happen, right? We've got 1 hourly time frame at the time of recording this video, so obviously 1 hourly is not a huge time frame. Let's go to 2 hourly. So 2 hourly, you can already see that MACD is going towards this direction, and stochastic RSI is also going towards the downside, right? Let's have a look at 4 hourly. 4 hourly is basically showing us that this pullback is more kind of likely from the standpoint of stochastic RSI, and also MACD well is showing us this. That can potentially be a bullish sign, right? Let's have a look at the daily, guys. So from the standpoint of technicals, BTC could basically dip to that level, right, and then probably break towards the upside, right? I'm not saying that I'm right 100%. This is not financial advice, guys, by the way. I could be very wrong, right? But doing simple TAs and looking at liquidity, I believe, can definitely help us to navigate through this market. Okay, so this is how it's looking like. In my personal humble opinion, guys, BTC, firstly, we're gonna see a slight pullback of couple of percent. Let me actually have a look how many percent. So that's going to be pullback of less than 2%. So obviously that is nothing, guys. And now in this particular scenario, where Kaspa could potentially go, right? So first of all, Kaspa is beautifully bouncing towards the upside from this level, right? And now the first level of temporary resistance that Kaspa is going to probably have to battle with is going to be this level of 14 cents 7, right? And that is also going to be double top if that is going to happen, right? And then probably some pullback, but who really cares, right? Because obviously that is a short term, right? There was a daily time frame, guys, and you can clearly see that stochastic RSI is going towards the upside, and MACD, well, I guess is building that momentum towards the upside. So now let's go back to liquidity and let's put Kaspa. That's going to be on Bybit on a daily, guys. So you can see that on Bybit we've got 1.46 million USD in terms of long liquidations, right? So if the price of Kaspa is going to go lower a little bit, then people are going to get liquidated. Okay, let me go to 24 hourly and let me type Kaspa now, and you can clearly see that this liquidity is in these levels. Okay, so again, I'm not saying that this is going to happen for 100%, because of course, you know, in this particular scenario, people might gonna jump into Kaspa now, you know, based on these news about Grayscale, and of course potential listings for Kraken, not mentioning about, you know, top tier exchanges, which I believe probably are going to surprise us next year at this point, or potentially even this year, who really knows, right? But again, this is huge, guys. All right, the Grayscale news. And now looking at global liquidity, fresh all-time high of 107 trillion USD. So global liquidity is going towards the upside, and of course crypto very short term might gonna stagnate and all of that, but you know, more and more bullish catalysts are basically happening, right? So let's go to weekly time frame, and you can see that we've got lots of liquidity in these areas, right? And again, could we dip into these levels and retest them? Definitely, yes, we could. I do think that there is a bottom for Kaspa already. However, we could see another flush, right? But if I'm going to zoom this thing out to monthly heat map, you can see that majority of that liquidity is in this area, right? 17-18 cents. That's why I have allowed myself to degen into Kaspa for the purposes of having a public portfolio on Pionex. Also, we have to remember about one thing: almost no retail interest while Bitcoin is at 63,000. So funny thing is that when we saw this pump in crypto and BTC and everything, my views were skyrocketing on the channel, and now I have very few views. So what does it mean? It means that, you know, people that are watching right now, that you guys that are watching right now, and other channels obviously, are kind of like a retail insiders. This is how we can consider ourselves as, because, you know, the retail that isn't interested, hashtag Jeffries, are yet to come, and this is interest around the world, and it's from 2012 until now. So you can clearly see how this interest is spiking when the price is spiking. But I do believe when the price is going to spike, people that are in digital assets such as Kaspa, Bitcoin, whatever it is that you guys are holding, well, that's probably going to be the time to offload, right? But anyways, this is another visual picture of what we are anticipating, right? So we've got 2016 2017 elections, right? And after elections, BTC saw this. In 2020 2021, exactly the same thing. And we've got elections 2024 2025, right? So guys, things are heating up slowly, right? Especially with this huge news. I do believe that this is very bullish. And if you guys are interested into degening into Kaspa or anything else, you can find the links to pionex.us or global in the pinned comments or in the link section. All right, then that's it what I've got for you today, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed, and as always, peace and love crypto.